Hello guys, it's Adam from Adelaide again. Just thought I would do a new video on my 1921 Model T Ford. Hopefully you've seen the other videos of my 1920 Dodge and my 1929 Chev. This car I bought 22 years ago. I'm the third owner from new. It was sympathetically restored in 1968. And all they did back then, from what I've been told from the second owner, is paint it, retrim it and give it a valve grind. A couple of years ago it ran a bearing and I decided to build up a new engine for it. So it has a freshly rebuilt engine, transmission, and it's been back on the road for a couple of weeks, so thought it was time to do a new video for you. Okay, so let's take a look around the old girl. So also I just want to make note too that this car was assembled in South Australia, made in Canada and then exported out to Australia. It has a South Australian body on it made by Duncan Motors, and the car has never left South Australia. It's always been a South Australian car. The colour of the grey is original. I know in America it was any colour you could have as long as it's black. That wasn't the case in Australia. You did have a choice of colour. So yeah, let's have a look around her. Here's just the little maker's tag from Duncan Motors. We'll take a quick look in the interior. It's a bit grotty because she's been in storage for a couple of years, but all this trim was done in 1968. Not much to say on the dash. We have the ignition key on the left with the light switch. Next to that is the amp gauge. That's pretty much all that they have on the dash of these, very simple. Down on the floor you'll see 3 pedals, and you'll notice an absence of a gear stick lever. These have a planetary transmission. Can be a little bit complicated to drive to start off with, but once you got the hang of it, they're very simple. So up on the steering wheel on the left hand side, actually what I'll do is I'll go around the right hand side so I can show you a bit better. So on the left hand side of the steering wheel here, you'll see that lever, that's your throttle. This is your spark, advance and retard. Then you've got a handbrake. So at the moment that's in the handbrake position, which is putting on your back brakes on the wheels. The car itself doesn't have brakes that operate on the wheels other than the handbrake. So to put the car in neutral, you would release the handbrake to about the halfway position, and that allows you to move the car without the back wheel brakes being locked on. To move forward, you push the left pedal to the floor. That is low gear. You release the handbrake to the full position, and as I do that, you'll notice the left pedal will move back. So you can hold that in neutral in about mid position, but hard to the floor is low, and then fully in the position it's in now is high gear. The center pedal there is your reverse. You need to have the handbrake in the halfway position to engage neutral, and then push that to the floor, you'll go back, and that is a transmission brake. So the transmission is 3 drums running in oil with bands wrapped around them. I'll show you the starting procedure after. It's very simple. I've just had the electric starter rebuilt, so we'll electrically start it. Apart from the amp gauge, the only other thing is you can see out there on the radiator a thing called a motometer. So that tells you the temperature of the car as you're running along. All right, what we'll do is I'll fold the top down and I'll show you what she looks like with the top folded down, and then we'll go for a quick drive. Okay, there she is with the top down. Certainly makes a big difference to the look of her. I do actually drive this one with the top down quite a lot, but yeah, it's not that bad to fold. They call this the one-man hood. Took me about 3 minutes to fold it down, but yeah, she looks quite good with the top down. All right, let's go out for a little lap around the block so you can see and hear how they sound and how they drive. Okay, before we go out for a run, I'll just quickly run through the starting of it. So the ignition here, you turn it over to the left, which is battery. You'll hear the coils start buzzing. Give it a bit of throttle. Make sure the spark is retarded, which is there. And on the floor, there's a button, so we just push that. And she starts up. Then advance the spark. She'll run smooth. And then flick the switch over from battery straight over to the right. And now you're running on magneto. Simple as that. Okay, now she's running. Let's go for a lap around the block. Thanks for coming along on that little ride in my 1921 Model T Ford. I hope you enjoyed the video. Please like, subscribe and comment, share. Also, if you haven't checked out the video on my 1920 Dodge and my 1929 Chev, I'll attach links in the description. Thanks, see you on the next one.